Hello guys, it's Marianne Jones here, back again with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be predicting the worst player from every Premier League team for the 2022-23 season. Now, there's a lot of obvious ones and there's a lot of controversial ones, and there's a lot of them where you don't know the players and you just didn't expect it. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Going in alphabetical order and starting with Arsenal, and I have gone for Nicolas Pepe, the winger, who joined for a record fee from Lille for around 75 million back in 2019. Now, it just hasn't worked out for him this season at Arsenal. He's getting on the bench every game. Last season he got 20 matches with only getting one goal, which is terrible for a striker, and the expectation was really high and he just didn't live up to it. So Arsenal, I am going for Nicolas Pepe. Aston Villa, and I have gone for Morgan Sanson, the midfielder who did join, I think it was back in January when we were in lockdown, from Marseille for around 12 million. Now, I thought this signing was going to be quite a good one and would start a lot of the games, but it just did not work out for him at all, and he did not do very well. And he's not on the good list. And that game against Man United, where it was 2-2, Coutinho's debut, he did not do very well, and I just don't think he'll do very well this season. He hasn't started any games so far, and he's got no minutes. So I think I am going to go for Morgan Sanson for Aston Villa. Bournemouth, and it has to be Ryan Christie, the former Celtic and Aberdeen player. Now, he was good at Celtic, I would say that, and that's why Bournemouth did sign him. But the thing is, Bournemouth, they've got a lot of bad players, and it was a tough one to choose, really. He did play against Man City, so credit to him for doing that. You could choose the whole team for Bournemouth, really. You can literally choose the whole team. You could literally go for anyone for Bournemouth. But Ryan Christie is the one I am going for. Brighton, and I have gone for Steven Alzate, the Colombian midfielder, who I know he did score that goal against Liverpool in the lockdown, really, and he did perform quite well, but he's 23 years of age, and it's not going to work out for him, really. He's getting minutes for the Brighton under-21 team, and he's not going to get minutes, and he is not going to be a very good player for Brighton this season. So I've gone for Steven Alzate to be the worst player for Brighton for the 2022-23 season. Brentford, and I have gone for their midfielder Brian Baptiste, who he just hasn't got it. Just personally, he's 24 years of age and he's already played 2 matches, and it's just not going to work out. He's going to be on the bench all the time, and that's why it's a tough one. They did beat Man United. I will get on to that when they get on to Man United, but for some reason, I just don't think he's going to get game time, and he's 24 years of age, so he's kind of at prime, really. So it says he's only getting like 15 minutes a game, and he is starting on the bench. So Shandon Baptiste, I think, is going to be the worst player for Brentford. Chelsea, and I've gone for their Moroccan attacking midfielder Hakim Ziyech. Now, he did join Chelsea when they went on that shopping spree, when they spent a lot of money on players, and I think you can all say it just hasn't worked out at Chelsea, and he would have preferred staying at Ajax, and he's trying to get a move away from Chelsea. Man United are linked with him, and it just hasn't worked out for him at Chelsea, and he's just barely doing anything for them last season and the season before. So Ziyech, I love you, man. He was a great player for Ajax, but at Chelsea he wasn't at the level. So I am putting Hakim Ziyech to be the worst player for Chelsea. Crystal Palace, and I have gone for Jean-Philippe Mateta, the striker who joined probably a year ago, kinda. And I've got to say, he's been performing absolutely terrible for them this season, or last season, I would say. Honestly, I don't want to get onto him really, because he's when he played Man United in that pre-season game in Melbourne. I watched it. He's 25 years of age, by the way, and he was absolutely terrible. Honestly, he didn't play any minutes against Manchester United, against Liverpool. Played 32 minutes against Arsenal. That was 5th of August. And then, not really much to say, but he is going to become his first, Patrick Vieira's first choice striker, but I would prefer another one. So Jean-Philippe Mateta I'm predicting, the worst player for Crystal Palace. Everton, and it is quite an obvious one. It is Dele Alli, the former Tottenham striker, who of course he has been absolutely terrible over the past few months and weeks. He is honestly a rubbish player and definitely fell down the pecking order for Everton this season. He's barely getting any game time. He's doing absolutely terrible for Everton, and used to play for Spurs, didn't get much game time for them as well. So Dele Alli is an absolutely trash player and is not in his prime anymore. He's probably dead anymore. He's not doing anything. So it's quite an obvious one, Dele Alli for Everton. Fulham, and I have gone for Ivan Cavaleiro, the striker, the 28-year-old Portuguese striker, and now he's been not playing any matches. He hasn't played since 7th of May, and I don't know how he hasn't I think he was on loan last season, was he? He might have been. I don't think so, but he has been really been falling down the pecking order for Fulham this season. Last season, and is definitely struggled a lot, injuries and stuff. So I have gone for Ivan Cavaleiro because he hasn't got any game time and he just won't play this season. Leeds, and I have gone for Junior Firpo, their left back, who they signed, I think it was last January, from Barcelona. Now, people expected him to be quite good, but he has not delivered and hasn't been very good for Leeds last season. He's 25 years of age, so he should be getting in his prime now, really. And he didn't play. He played 90 minutes. He played a lot. He played a lot last season. Basically every game for Leeds last season, but still won't get any game time because I don't understand really. Honestly, he won't get any game time and he doesn't do much, and he's out for 8 weeks, so of course he's not going to get. He's injured right now, so he's not going to get any barely any game time. So Junior Firpo, I have put for Leeds United. Leicester, and it has to be Dennis Praet, the midfielder, the Belgian midfielder who. Now he has not played a single minute for Leicester kind of last season really, because he's good for Belgium. He scores a lot. He scored quite a few goals for Belgium, and he joined Leicester a few years ago, and we can all agree that it's not worked out for him at Leicester, and he's barely done much. He returned to the squad. He returned to the start. He returned against Arsenal on Saturday, and he's just fallen for him. So I've gone for Dennis Praet for Leicester. Liverpool, and it's quite a tough one really, but I have gone for the 29-year-old English midfielder, or not really English team now, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Now, he was really, really good for Liverpool ages ago now, but he has just washed away and he is completely done right now. He's in the mud, and he's not playing anything. And he played 17 matches last season for Liverpool, scored 2 goals, and did absolutely nothing last season. And he is just not going to get any game time ahead of kind of Henderson, Keita, kind of. So I have gone for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Man City and I have actually gone for nobody. Their team is absolutely perfect. Ortega, Ederson, their team is actually perfect, and I found it really, really tough to pick who I would pick for Man City. So I picked nobody, and it's fair to say they have got a very strong team and probably going to win the league this season. Manchester United, and don't get me started, I could name the whole team. Ronaldo getting there, Bingham, Ronaldo, I could name the whole team. But I've gone for Aaron Wan-Bissaka, the left back, right back, whatever you want to call him, who has definitely fell off it kind of last season and this season, as Diego Dallo and kind of Alex Telles replaced him. He is very likely to leave the club. Barcelona are looking for him this summer. 24 years old, he played for Crystal Palace. He was really, really good for them, but he has just fell down the order and will not get barely touch the pitch this season. So I've gone for Aaron Wan-Bissaka to be the worst player for Manchester United this season. Newcastle, and it is Martin Dubravka, the Slovakian goalkeeper, who I think we can all say Nick Pope is definitely going to take the number 1 spot, and he's linked to leaving this summer. Now, Nick Pope is a world-class keeper, and he's already been showing his light at St James's Park, and we can all say that Dubravka's not going to get any game time, and he is not going to touch the pitch this season. As they signed Nick Pope for around 12 million from Burnley this season, and it's a good signing, I must say, and he's a very good goalkeeper. And yeah, Dubravka is not going to touch the pitch this season if Nick Pope is keep on performing outstanding. So I've gone for Martin Dubravka for Newcastle. It's a bit of a tough one really for Nottingham Forest, because I could have gone for a lot of... I would disagree with that. I could have gone for a few players, but I've gone for their striker, 32-year-old striker, Lyle Taylor, who really, I do not think he's going to get above Taiwo Awoniyi, as he did score on his full debut really against West Ham on Sunday, and former Birmingham player, played 14 matches, scoring 5 goals last season for them. So I just think he is going to be on the bench for basically most of this season, and he's not going to get much game time as Awoniyi is performing outstandingly. So I've gone for Lyle Taylor to be the worst player for Nottingham Forest. Southampton have gone for their experienced former Chelsea and Argentinian goalkeeper, Willy Caballero. Now, oh my gosh, what can I say? He's very old now. What is he? 36 years old now, and he's still playing in the Premier League. It's outstanding. Well, he's a World Cup player, a former World Cup player, probably not a World Cup player now, but he used to play for Chelsea. He was really quite good for Chelsea actually, but he joined Southampton, and yeah, he's just old, and he's not going to do very well. Old and very weak, kind of, and he is not going to do very well for Southampton. So I've gone for their goalkeeper, Willy Caballero. Spurs, aka Tottenham Hotspur, and I have gone for their young centre-back, Japhet Tanganga, who's reported of big interest from AC Milan on a loan deal this summer, and he played 11 matches last season, and he didn't really do much. And you can remember Tottenham lost to Crystal Palace 3-0 at Selhurst Park, and he had a big scrap with Wilfried Zaha. That was his probably main part of last season really, and you can just tell that he's not going to be doing anything this season, as the defenders Romero and another player is doing very well and is not likely to get on the bench. So I've gone for Japhet Tanganga for Spurs. West Ham, and I've gone for their Irish and experienced goalkeeper Darren Randolph, who is third contention and is not going to do absolutely nothing. He's going to be playing for the under 21s really this season, as Adrian Areola and Lucas Fabianski is the two main keepers, and is not going to be likely that they will make a mistake. So I've gone for Darren Randolph because he is the third choice keeper and will be doing absolutely banging this season and doing nothing. Finally, Wolves, and I've gone for centre-back Willy Boly because he's just not good enough now, and he's just really given up now, and I just don't think he's at the level. I just don't think he's Premier League level, really. He's 31 years of age, and he plays for Ivory Coast, and really, he's done. He's finished. I do not think he is Premier League level and does not perform very, very well. And he hasn't played for Wolves this season already, and he'll be warming up the bench this season for Wolves. So I've gone for Willy Boly for Wolverhampton Wanderers. So I do hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit like and subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified every single time I upload a video, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.